So in the video you heard two words, that is what is a port, or somewhere they said harbor. So you have to remember, a port is a man-made commercial place built along the coastline, and harbor is natural. That means it is naturally indented area. It is a natural curve which has a shelter where we can have the facility of vessels to come. Another thing which you have to remember is the main purpose of the port is loading and unloading of cargo ships. But a main purpose of harbor is to provide safe parking and anchorage to the ships. Okay, so in the port, loading and unloading is done, but in harbor, ships can come and stand. It gives anchorage and safe parking to the ship. Okay, so some harbors can be port also, where the ships are coming and standing, plus they are doing unloading and unloading and unloading. Port is generally area where ships can come and go, but harbors are the places where ships stays for longer time. So that is the clear difference. I will also add to the just the presentation you just saw, because there are few important things that were missed out. Please remember the riverine port. What is a riverine port? Sometimes a port is developed on a bank of a river, not on the seashore. Like this is a seashore and this port is on the seashore. But if you see Kolkata port, it is inside the land. So Kolkata port is made on the bank of a river. That is why it is called as a riverine port. Now, which river flows in West Bengal? River Hooghly. So it is made on the river Hooghly. That means river Hooghly drains into the sea, so the ships go through that passage only from the mouth of the river to the inner part. This is how Kolkata is a riverine port. Remember, this is an important question. You may be asked which port is called as riverine port. Another thing that I want to explain you is, which was missed in the video, Vishakhapatnam is the deepest and the landlocked port. So it is very deep port. It is a very well sheltered port, and it is also with ultra modern facilities. It is considered the most modern port of Indian Navy also. So remember that it is the deepest landlocked port, and Chennai, it was already said in the video that it is the oldest artificial port. Kandla port has been asked in boards for so many times. I don't know why. This question comes every year, something about Kandla port. Remember, Kandla port is a tidal port. So when tides come, ships can easily sail in with high tide and sail out with low tide. So when high tide comes, water level increases and ships can easily sail in. And when there is a low tide, ships can sail out. So it's a tidal port. Moreover, if you see that Delhi gets facilities only from Kandla port, other ports are very far from Delhi. So for the North India, this is the most important port. That is why Kandla comes. And also one more thing I'll tell you, most of the ports are exporting iron ore. You've seen chemicals, engineering products. These are common export. So you just list some common export and then you can use it for every port if the question comes. Another thing that I want to tell you is the Nhava Sheva port or Jawaharlal Nehru port. Jawaharlal Nehru port is also called as Nhava Sheva port, which was not mentioned in the video. It is really important to know. Now Mumbai port was becoming so congested and the traffic was so much increasing in Mumbai port that another port was to be developed near Mumbai. So this is how Jawaharlal Nehru port came into existence, and this port is actually very large and ultra modern, Nhava Sheva port, and it was made to decongest Mumbai. So remember, to decongest the traffic of Kolkata port, Haldia port was made. Haldia port is not explained here. Here is Haldia port. So when Kolkata had lot of traffic of ships, Haldia was made. When Chennai had lot of traffic, Ennore was made. When Mumbai had lot of traffic, Jawaharlal Nehru and Nhava Sheva port was made. So remember these ports, which are really important, and I hope now you don't have any doubt in waterways, and it's very easy to understand. Remember the coastline, remember the differences between ports and harbor, remember the 5 important waterways, and remember the length of coastline 7,500 kilometer. There are 12 major ports and 187 minor ports in India. And remember that the river Ganga is navigable only up till Allahabad, because uh, after that the area is rugged, and many rivers join it, and it's very difficult to navigate it. This question can come, it's really important. That's all about water transport. I hope you have understood, and I will post questions about it